So our beginners class students made this dress where the top was just a basic top and then the skirt was the twisted part, so more like a twist skirt gown. Okay, so different people have been asking me on how to make this pattern. So I initially uploaded videos on how to draft pattern for a twist dress with a waistline twist, and I've also uploaded patterns on how to sew that dress. So in this particular tutorial, I'm going to be teaching you how to make a twist skirt with a side slit. If you don't want it to have a side slit, good. But if you want it to have a side slit, then this video is definitely for you. So if you're new to this channel, keep watching this video and subscribe. I'm the writer of the books Advanced Pattern Mastery for the African Woman and Pattern Making for the Shapely African Woman. You can just click on the link in the pinned section, in the pinned comment section, to place your order. You can order on Amazon, you can order in Nigeria, you can contact us on 070-3211-3474. So let's get to the pattern right away. So for this tutorial, we're going to be needing our pattern paper. We're going to be needing a masking tape because yes, we're doing slash and spread. I'm going to be using my permanent marker because I want you to visibly see the lines. But if you're new to this, just go ahead and use your pencil. And of course, I'll be using my measuring tape, my metal rule, and other things. So now, getting to it properly, this particular pattern paper, normally you draft the back of your skirt the normal way you draft the back of your skirt. Then for the front of your skirt, you still draft it the basic way you draft the front of your skirt, like a pencil skirt. Okay, then for the front pattern, you are going to now recut it on a fold. I don't want to go through the stress of recutting. It's a bit boring for me, so I'm just going to draft the pattern on fold already, so I don't have to go through the stress of cutting and transferring the pattern. But if you're brand new, please go ahead and cut it and transfer the pattern. So I had to start out by cutting out the piece of paper that I'm going to be using. So I just measured out 23 inches width. I told you initially that I'm only going to draft the front pattern. I don't want to spend too much time drafting the back pattern. You already know how to draft a basic pencil skirt because this is going to be like a pencil skirt pattern, a longer version. So I can just link my video where I taught how to draft a basic skirt pattern in this video, so you watch it by the end of this tutorial. So after measuring out how wide I wanted it to be, I decided the place where I wanted it to be on fold, decided the upper part, decided the lower part. Then I went ahead to mark the low waist and the hip line, then of course the knee line. Now this is a mock pattern. I'm using a child's measurement for this, and of course we have our full length. So I went ahead to mark high waist divided by 4, round hip divided by 4, then on the knee, round knee divided by 4, more like -1 or -1.5 for the round hip, depending on how fitted you want it to be. So you just go ahead to drag down that measurement that you have on your knee line. You drag it all the way down to the full length and add sewing allowance if you so wish. Now I say if you so wish because if you're working with a stretchy material that is really stretchy, you absolutely do not need it. But just for formality purposes, I had to add a sewing allowance of 1 inch. I might not use it eventually, so I'm just going to go ahead to cut off this pattern that is already on fold. So I would recommend that you replicate this pattern. In case you have any issues with your slash and spread, you can always replicate it and make corrections. This is our master pattern. So I had to mark the dart position for the skirt and I had to mark it all the way down. Now these darts will not go all the way down, but then we need the line to be able to get our slit line. So after marking this, because I didn't want the dart line to be obvious on both sides, I just wanted it to be obvious on the parts where I honestly want the slit to be. Meanwhile, there's no darts in the front pattern, so I just had to use a tracing wheel, trace it out, mark it out. So this is where we want our slit to stop, and this is our pivot point. Okay, so that place I marked and connected the diagonal line, that is our pivot point, is the point where we're going to have our twist. Okay, so from that point every other thing takes root, and then you start having like a gathers kind of effect. Whatever look you want, whatever drape look you want, go ahead and mark the drape look that you want. So I had to split along the sewing allowance line. That's the slit line where we're going to slit. Of course, it's a slit. You're going to add allowance for zip, okay, for sewing allowance 0.5 inches. Then we're going to slit up until the slit line. So that's so sorry, I had made a mistake towards that part, so I had to close it up. So after that, we have a slit line. So that's our slit line where our pivot point starts. That's where we're going to separate. So this other part, the smaller part of the skirt, we're going to slit it like so. We call that part D, then the other part we call it C. So we're going to hold D and C together, and we'll hold A and B together like so. So you start slitting from the pivot point. You start slitting. When you get to the other edge, do not cut out entirely, but make it remain a very tiny piece. Before you cut out, label everything. Label the places where you cut, label the high waist area, label the hip area. It will help you to join this whole thing together. There's really no hard and fast rule. Once you understand this principle, that it is what you cut out that you're joining back, only thing is that you're just doing a slash and spread. It's going to be a whole lot easier for you. Okay, so now that we are done with this, we're just going to hold our pivot points together, like spread our pivot points, insert whatever extension we want to insert, and just see how it goes. So hold the edges together. I love to hold my edges together. Use your masking tape, use your pin, whatsoever it is you're using. Just make sure that you label everything, and onto the new pattern you're still labeling the same things. Okay, so when you're done with the entire labeling, you're going to cut this out on your fabric. I'm very particular about labeling because it's going to guide you on where to add extra sewing allowance, just as I'm adding right now, because it shows me that, oh, this is where you cut, you're going to join it back together, and of course you need sewing allowance to join it back together. Okay, the slit area, you're going to need ½ inch sewing allowance, and you're going to add it up together. So that's how it goes. So if you're new to my channel, please subscribe to this channel, like this video, share it so that others too can learn. I share a lot of valuable tutorials on fashion tips, pattern drafting, business tips, tech tips on this channel. So you can just check my other videos to get value. If you want to order any of my pattern making books, click on the link in the description box or the pinned comment section to buy any of the books on Amazon. You can also buy it in Nigeria. The link to order is also in the description box. Okay, so at this point we're going to cut out this entire pattern like so. We cut it out, ready to be transferred to fabric. Remember, your labeling is very important. If not, you're going to scatter and miss this entire pattern. In fact, at this point it's already scattered. So we have a physical fashion academy in Enugu at 48 Nene Street, opposite Queen School, Ogwini Layout, Enugu. So you can sign up if you want to register physically for a physical fashion school. So we also have online courses. You can just click on the link in the description box to get details on our online courses. So you can see how detailed my tutorial video is, our free course. So how much more our paid online courses or our physical classes. Okay, so just as I told you, it's very important that you label very well. Label the hip area, label the areas where you're going to join. So you slash from the pivot area. The pivot area is where you're going to have your twist eventually, and then you cut up until towards the hip area, as if you want to cut off the entire fabric, but you're the entire pattern, but you're not cutting it off. You're leaving a tiny piece, just to hold it up together. So now that we have slashed them individually, we're going to hold B and A together like so. So we'll spread them. So most times it's always recommended that the spread you have on A and B is also going to be equal to the spread you have on B and C. Here's what I'm saying: the distance between the two tips, the tips of the pivot points, should be the same. In most it's recommended actually. So I didn't quite follow that rule right here. So I'm going to finish this up and then show you how it all goes. So now, after doing this and adding the sewing allowances to the necessary areas, I'm going to take it to my fabric and cut it, and then we'll go to the machine together, because it's one thing to draft your pattern, it's another thing to stitch it excellently well together. So we're going to go to the pattern, we're going to go to the sewing machine together and then run our stitches together. If you've not subscribed to my channel up until this moment, you're wrong. Please go ahead and subscribe and click on the notification bell so that you can get notified whenever I post a new video on this channel. My name is Eberechi Igwe Wona, writer of the books Pattern Making for the Shapely African Woman and Advanced Pattern Mastery for the African Woman. You can order in Nigeria. You can also order on Amazon. If you're not in Nigeria, you can click on the link in the pinned comments to order it from Amazon. You can sign up for any of our online courses, and I'll see you in the next one.